I think for me personally, I know this might not be for everybody, but for me personally, I think Microsoft has a lot of work to do if they really want to kind of prove themselves to me and sell me on an Xbox next, right? You're going to have to do something. And I know that it seems like I'm kind of harping on this a lot lately. But again, we're kind of in the doldrums of summer, and it's just one of those things where we get a little bit of time to kind of reflect and think about what needs to be done in order to go next generation. And I'm seeing more and more people sort of go this way for me. They're saying, hey, why would we get a next Xbox? And to be honest with you, I'm not really sure that I can give a good reason. When you have, and I've covered this a little bit as well and gave some different opinions, but when you have Phil Spencer basically saying, we don't care if you buy our console, and, that's not how we make our money, it makes it pretty clear that they're in it for the money. And then when we beg them for sequels to stuff like Sunset Overdrive or Alan Wake or even Quantum Break, and, you have people just sort of kind of ignore you or whatever, and then give away the IP, the publishing rights, you kind of get the idea that they don't really care. And I know that there could be single-player games years and years from now, or something with single-player elements, or somebody might point out that Halo and Gears have single-player elements. That's not exactly the same. That's not what we're all talking about. So we have to keep that in mind when we kind of go forward and sort of look at where we've come from and where we're going. As console owners and console fans, I'm only a console owner, so I don't game on PC. So for me, it doesn't really make much sense. Now, according to some of these recent pieces of news that come out, Sony is really proving that they indeed are for the gamers. I think that it really makes a lot of sense. So when Microsoft isn't even mentioning the word AAA, or obviously kind of avoiding single-player games, Sony double downs and says, hey, that's what we're doing. We don't even care about indies, and I think that that's, pretty important sort of going forward, and that's a great strategy. Now, another piece of good news is we've been getting crappy games from games with gold lately. It seems like Game Pass has cannibalized games with gold, so why even do games with gold or make us pay to play online if you're just going to continue to give us worse and worse games, right? So now we get word that people weren't happy with PlayStation's July PlayStation Plus lineup, right? So they complained. This was only announced not long ago, so in less than a week's time, Sony switches out the games. People weren't happy, and Sony actually switched out the games. They're giving them a AAA that comes with another game. So you're getting Detroit Become Human Digital Deluxe Edition, which also includes a copy of Heavy Rain. So you actually get 3 games, and 2 of these are big AAA games, and one of them just came out last year and is one of my favorite games of all time. I think I gave it a 9.5 last year. Sony are going out of their way to prove themselves, while it looks like Microsoft can't get out of their own way, and that happens at a very, very bad time for them because they're trying to get people on board with their kind of idea of what gaming should be. So anyway, Sony keeps nailing it, keeps giving me more and more reasons to get a PS5 day one. If you ask me, that's the way to go. Let me know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.